Pretty, pretty petite, pretty skinny, pretty chubby, pretty bossy, pretty clumsy, pretty ugly, pretty much, yet less. She doesn't mark up to the standards set by you. Pretty smart, yet loathed up and when she outsmarts you who entitle yourself to be work. Pretty basic, oh she's so not my type. Pretty experimental, oh look at how she dresses, such a hoe. Pretty irrational to accuse, 'cause not all men are the same. That's what you think, but pretty positive what she perceives. Perceives a trickle of sweat with anxiety as she walks on an aisle in the dark. Cautious with entangled thoughts of what she might come across the shadows sulking behind her when all she wants is to reach her safe haven. Safe haven? Oh, she wishes she had one. Such a melodrama she creates, doesn't she? But have you had a look past the pretty smile she puts on? Have you ever wondered what she beholds in that enormous memory palace? Memory of the subtle, inappropriate touches here and there she has had when she was just learning to carry herself. Memory of the unfamiliar perception she had had at a crowded bus when she was on her way to school. Memory of how she chose to walk on her foot the next day, only to have added with the memory of wanting herself to get sheltered in a shell of cocoon as she passes by a gang of look-like brothers catcalling, oh what a disguise. Memory of despising her own curves, because she had an intuition of all eyes on her body, into molding, just like every creature out there, but for you, there are pieces of her apparently. Pieces to get objectified and looked up and for enticement when she isn't asking for it. Asking? Oh, forget the consent. Her dress says it all. She dresses pretty comfortable for her, only to realize how she's getting scrutinized with the primal eyes on her outside the four walls. And she thinks it's just limited to her perception, but she hears the locker room walls echoing with the voices on how each one of them eyed every inch of her. How bad she is made to feel, no matter what the fuck ever she chooses to put on. Nevertheless, she chooses to praise herself for the optimism that not all men are the same. Only to realize years later that her consent still doesn't matter whatsoever, to realize she doesn't have a choice of denial to her other half, not even one of motherhood. And she despises herself. She despises to not be able to apprehend when things escalate to hatred and abuse when she starts denying. But no, she cannot walk away, can she? Hush, she cannot even let anyone know either, because what is a woman if she comes out to society accusing a man? That's right, you know exactly what the big mouths would nickname her with. So she stays pretty with kajal on her swollen eyes, pretty concealing all the bruises and covering the scars, battling with herself behind the closed doors for people cannot discern beyond her pretty.